Pinocchio dances in the circus. Now, my little readers, I must tell you all about this old man. He went from town to town and looked for boys who didn't want to go to school. He took them to Boobyland. There they did not learn anything, but only played and played, and then became donkeys. When they were donkeys, the old man sold them for good money. Soon he sold Candlewick to a farmer, and Pinocchio to the director of a circus. This man wanted to teach Pinocchio to jump and dance with his other animals. From the first day, Pinocchio had a very, very hard life. He couldn't eat the grass which his master gave him for breakfast and for dinner, so he was always very hungry. At last he learned to eat grass. At first he couldn't dance the dances which his master tried to teach him. His master beat him every day. At last he learned to dance many dances. Then a day came when people saw placards on the street corners. "Do not forget to come to our circus tomorrow. You will see all the acrobats and all the horses of the circus. You will see the star of the dance, little donkey Pinocchio. Come, come, come." Everybody wanted to see the star of the dance. A lot of people stood near the circus every day and bought tickets. Everything went well at first. Pinocchio jumped and danced. The children laughed and laughed. They liked him very much. But one night he fell down and broke his leg. He couldn't get up for a long time. When he got up, he was lame. "Pinocchio, Pinocchio, we want the little donkey. We want Pinocchio," the people cried. But the little donkey couldn't do anything for them. Next morning the animal doctor came to see him. When he saw Pinocchio's lame foot, he said, "I'm sorry for you. You'll be lame all your life." The director said to Pinocchio, "What can I do with a lame donkey?" "Nothing. You will eat a lot of food, and you can't work for it. I must sell you." He found a man who wanted to buy a donkey. This man asked him, "How much do you want for that lame donkey?" "2 gold pieces," said the director. "I'll give you 1 gold piece," answered the man. "He can't work. I want him only for his skin. I see that it is very hard. I want to make a drum for my children." The man took the donkey to the sea. There he tied a stone round the donkey's neck. Then he tied a rope round the donkey's legs. He held the end of the rope in his hand and threw the donkey into the water. Then he sat down on the ground and waited.
Pinocchio becomes a puppet again. A dogfish swallows him. 50 minutes passed, and the man thought, "My poor little lame donkey is dead now. I'll pull him out of the water, and then I'll make a good drum out of his skin." So he began to pull at the rope. He pulled and pulled and pulled, and at last, what do you think he pulled out of the water? A little dead donkey? No, not a donkey. He pulled a little wooden puppet out of the water. When he saw the wooden puppet, the poor man opened his mouth and didn't know what to say. Then he asked Pinocchio, "And where is the little donkey that I threw into the sea?" "I am the little donkey," said Pinocchio and laughed. "You?" "Yes, me." "How can that be? You were a little donkey when I bought you." "Well, master, if you want to know, I'll tell you. Once I was a puppet. I went to school like other boys. But I was lazy and didn't want to learn. Then I ran away from home. One day I became a donkey with long ears and a long tail. Then a circus man bought me. He taught me to dance. But one night I fell and broke my leg. I became lame. So the director sold me to you, and you bought me. And I gave him a gold piece for you. Now who will give me back my gold piece?" "And why did you buy me?" asked Pinocchio. "You bought me to make a drum out of my skin." "A drum?" "Yes, and now where shall I find another skin? There are so many other little donkeys," said Pinocchio. "Tell me, you bad boy," said the man, "is that the end of your story?" "No," answered the puppet, "it isn't. When you threw me into the water, a lot of fish began to eat me. Some ate my ears, others my neck. Some fish ate the skin on my legs, and one fish ate my tail. They ate up all the meat on the donkey's body. Then they tried to eat the wood. They couldn't do that because my wood is very hard. So they swam away. And now you know all my story. You know why you pulled a puppet out of the water and not a donkey." "I can laugh at your story," cried the man, "but I know that I bought you for one gold piece. I must have my money back. Shall I tell you what I'll do? I'll sell you again for a gold piece." "All right, sell me if you can." With these words, Pinocchio jumped into the water and swam away. He swam and swam. Suddenly he saw... Do you know what he saw? He saw the great head of the dogfish. Only think how frightened Pinocchio was when he saw his great open mouth. Pinocchio tried to swim away from the dogfish. He worked with his arms, his legs, and his feet. He swam quicker and quicker, but nothing could help him. The dogfish swam quicker than the puppet. He swam up to Pinocchio, opened his great mouth with its great teeth and swallowed him. It was very dark all round. Pinocchio could see nothing. He listened, but he could hear nothing. Suddenly, he saw a light far away, and he began to walk to it. The light became brighter and brighter. He walked and walked, and at last he found— What do you think he found? Read the next chapter, and you will know what Pinocchio found in the body of the dogfish.